Hey, hi, how are you doing? This is Attorney Luis Victoria from Miami, Florida, here from the United States of America. Thank you so much for being here in our YouTube channel. We are going to talk about an important decision from the new president of the United States, Joe Biden. The President Joe Biden yesterday passed the first bill, which is hopefully going to be a law soon. If the Congress approved this bill, is going to have, we are going to have a lot of changes, relevant changes in the immigration law here in the U.S. So the first thing that we are going to talk is about the impact over the different immigrants that are planning to come here to U.S. and the ones who are currently here in U.S. So we are going to talk about all of these points. Don't move from there. If it is the first time that you are here visiting our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Press the button for subscribing. And if you are already subscribed to our YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. And give likes to our video, because if you press the button for liking, so it's going to be very positive for our YouTube channel, and because other people are going to benefit from this information. So don't move from there. We are coming back in a couple of seconds. Thank you so much again for being here. We are going to talk about the President Biden immigration bill to Congress. This is going to be a big change for the U.S. immigration law. So pretty much is the proposal to change the immigration system in the United States. Many presidents in the past, they have tried to change this immigration system, but it hasn't been able to, it hasn't been possible because they have encountered many obstacles throughout the different years. For example, President Obama couldn't do nothing because the Congress was divided by, Republicans and Democrats. So also ex-President Trump, he had the same problem because, the Congress was divided by the Republicans and Democrats. So Trump, for example, he used a lot of executive orders to try to change a lot of things, but it was not possible, to change this. So now President Biden has a lot of, like a hope for immigrants and for the system to change, like a substantially changes. If this happens, it's going to be a very benefit for immigrants. So with that said, this is pretty much the fact sheet that we have for the bill. This information is very important because we are going to have the main purpose of this bill. The main purpose of the bill is to change the legislation of the immigration, to modernize our immigration system in the United States. The priority, the main purpose of this is keeping families together. So that's the main purpose pretty much of Joe Biden's president's proposal of this. All of this, has the main focus. The main purpose is to keep families together. With that said, President Biden has, like a main goal to addressing the main causes, the main roots of the immigration problems, issues, mainly with the Central America countries, the triangle that we have between Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. We have a lot of immigrants coming to the United States. We have had a lot of problems with these immigrants coming from these countries, unfortunately, because they have had a lot of situations in the original countries. So that's going to be one of the main purposes of Biden, to talk with the presidents of these countries and to find the best solution for this. Okay, going forward with this proposal of Biden that was passed yesterday to Congress as a bill, so hopefully we are going to have a good response from the two different levels, in the Congress. And once they pass this, the president is going to sign it as a law, and it's going to be, like a effective in a couple of months or 3 months. We still don't know how long the Congress is going to take in order for to be a law, to be this, for this bill to be a law. So in other words, this bill has, as I told you before, a main purpose. The main purpose is to provide different ways for people, for immigrants, to be able to be citizens, and to protect those employees from different situations that they can have during their employment here in the U.S. In other words, they are going to improve their rights. So the first thing that I want to talk with you is that this bill has one of the goals is to provide, as I told you, the citizenship for undocumented individuals. 11 million people, they haven't had this opportunity for years. So many people here, they are going to have the possibility for to obtain a temporary legal status in order to obtain the green cards, the permanent resident card. After 5 years, if they pass, for example, elements like the criminal and national security backgrounds checks, if they pay taxes too. So if they have these two elements, these two main elements to have an excellent background check, taxes, and also if they comply with these elements, they are going to have the possibility for obtaining the green card. So especially one of the focus of President Biden is going to be the Dreamers, the DACA holders and the TPS holders too. So these two groups of people, of immigrants, alone, those two groups alone, they are about 1 million people in the U.S. So that's why Biden is focusing on these two groups, the Dreamers and the TPS holders. Also, there are different elements. Of course, we don't have the law, but we are going to have more details once the law is going to be published by the federal agencies, by the federal register. So after 3 years, for example, all of these green card holders, the ones who got the green card, so they have to keep this green card for 5 years, first of all. But after those 5 years and 3 more years, they are going to be able to apply for citizenship. In other words, first they have to keep 5 years as a green card holders, and then plus 3 years are 8 years, so in total for them to be able to become citizens or to apply to be able to become citizens. So of course they have to pass the background checks and to be able to pass English tests, and also this is an important element. These immigrants, they have to be physically present in the United States on or before January 1st of 2021. In other words, the ones who are coming in the caravans, through Honduras and Mexico, unfortunately, these persons, they are not going to be able to benefit from this specific law, if it is going to be law, by the Congress and then signed by the president. So be careful with many people. They are, giving information, wrong information throughout the social media, and they are misleading people, trying to let the people know that they are going to benefit from this law or possible law. It still isn't a law. So but still the bill is establishing in a specific date, January 1st 2021. If you are coming after this date, you are not going to be benefit. So however, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security may waive this present requirement under different situations, for humanitarian purposes or for other situations. The second aspect that I want to talk with you is that the bill, if it is going to be law, is going to have a main purpose, as I told you at the beginning of this video, keeping families together. keeping families together means that, for example, they are going to be able to recapturing unused visas, eliminating lengthy wait times, increasing per country visa caps. So it tries to eliminate the so-called 3 and 10 years bars. As you know, if the person overstay after his or her legal status or temporary status, the person is going to accumulate unlawful presence. If the person accumulates unlawful presence, can be, depends of the situation, can have a bar of 3 or 10 years. But accordingly to this bill, to this possibility, so Biden doesn't want this bar. It's going to eliminate this 3 or 10 years bar. So another aspect of this bill is that it is going to allow immigrants, for example, with respect to the family sponsorship petitions, to join families in the United States on a temporary basis, while they are waiting for the green cards in their countries. They can come here temporarily in order to be together with their families, and then to wait here for their green card. So in other words, all of these categories, family categories like F1, F2A, F2B, F3, F4, they are going to have the possibility to come here temporarily and then waiting here until they get their green card. So this is incredible. So, and then we have other aspects. It's a little bit lengthy, but we are going to talk about the main information of this. So the other aspect is going to be excellent information, excellent news for those who are applying, or for those who already apply for asylum and refugee benefits. So especially for the asylum seekers, asylum applicants, is going to be benefit, because maybe it is likely that the standards are going to be a little bit more flexible, because during the Trump administration, the different situations, the analysis and the approval of the asylum cases were totally lower in the history. So they were very low approval situations, because there had been a lot of cases like a matter of AB, matter of LEA, which are different cases that are used by the officers and judges in order for them to approve those cases. For example, there have been restrictions for people who have been victims of, for example, gangs violence or domestic violence. They are not able to obtain asylum anymore, unless that there are a lot of exceptions for that. But in general, it's harder now than before to obtain asylum under this particular situations. So also some other people, like for example, U visa holders, or people who have been victims of a specific crimes, they are going to be able to apply for the U visa or U visa status here in the US. And for example, situations like involving labor, employers relationship, civil rights, people who have suffered serious labor violations, they are going to be able to apply for U visas. In other words, it's a U status. It's called like a U visa, but it's U status. So these people are going to be able to get that hopefully easier. So now, of course, Biden says that is not going to pass or to approve more funding for the wall in Mexico and US. That's going to be another decision. Managing the borders in a different way, more like a responsibility for the officers in the borders, in order to reduce the violations, humanitarian violations, violence against possible immigrants that are coming through the borders. So that's going to be another part of the bill. So this is another part that we already talked, but the bill is going to eliminate the 1-year deadline for filing asylum. So people who are coming to US, and then the people is like asking for asylum because that specific person suffer past persecution and now is seeking asylum here in the US. So the person normally under the current law has 1-year limit in order to file his or her asylum petition. Now under this possible like a law in the future, Biden wants to eliminate that 1-year deadline. So it's going to be very positive, because I have had a lot of clients or potential clients that they call me and they have passed like that year limit, and they are not going to be able to apply for asylum. They are going to be able only to apply for withholding or removal and Convention Against Torture, but no for asylum. However, under this law is going to be possible, so is going to protect the, as we told before, the U visas, is going to protect those applicants, T visas, and BAO applicants too. Unfortunately we receive a lot of calls from spouses who have been victims of domestic violence, and these people are going to be able to apply for this like a type of visas easier than now. So also they are going to raise the raising also the caps of the U visas from 10,000 to 30,000 possible like spots for these people. That's going to be good, because many people, they are suffering from these situations. So a lot of good news. But the most important, as I told you before, I want to go back again a little bit for this important notice over here, this important excellent news over here. Look at this. So creating a citizenship roadmap to citizenship for undocumented individuals. 11 million people are going to benefit if they have been here physically present in the United States on or before January 1st of 2021. So the people, these applicants of these people are going to be undocumented individuals that they can obtain temporary legal status with the ability to apply for green cards after 5 years. And if they pass that criminal and national security background checks and paid their taxes, they are going to receive the green card. Also, after 3 years, they have gotten the green card, they are going to be able to apply for citizenship. But also, as I told you before, this is the conclusion. Keeping family together, it means that the family sponsorship petitions are going to benefit from this. Probably is going to be very, very, very positive for those who are waiting in their countries. As long as the embassies and the consulates open again, they are going to benefit from this law. Hopefully they are going to be able to come here to United States. Meanwhile, they are waiting for their green cards, because Biden says that one of his main purposes is to keep families together. Well, it was a very, very good information, excellent news for immigrants, not only for immigrants who are already present in the United States, but also, as we analyze under this summary from the bill, that people who are outside of the United States waiting in the consulates are going probably to benefit also from this particular law. Still is no law, still is only a bill. Now it was, it is in the Congress hands. They are analyzing. They have to pass first, from one of the components of the Congress, and then to the other one, to the Senate, and then the Senate is going to approve it, and then we are going to they are going to pass this to the president, and the president is going to sign it as a law. Okay, thank you so much for being here. It was a very good information. If you like this information, please give thumbs up. And also, if you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please I invite to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are already subscriber, thank you so much for being our subscriber. And but we invite you to continue, keeping in touch or with our YouTube channel, because we are providing you excellent information of content that is providing you excellent information about U.S. law, U.S. immigration law. So for with that say, we invite you to to call us if you need a consultation. You can set up that consultation. We can provide you the information about the cost, about the the different services that we provide. You can get more information in our website. I'm going to leave the information in the description below. And thank you so much again for being here. See you next time. Thank you so much.